From wheat, okay. What did you eat for lunch? She's not eaten lunch, I'm sorry. Are you sure? Are you sure? What did you take for lunch?
Rice.
Rice. Rice comes from which plants?
Rice plant.
Rice plant. So all those are plants, okay? So we want to make sure that our earth can produce plants that we eat every time, right? So I'm going to select on a few of you to step forward and do what we call DNA extraction. Thank you so much. Thank you. I love hands raised up. So we're going to do DNA extraction. And DNA extraction, you know DNA? DNA has really helped us because we can identify plants, animals, and everything. Weeds, right? And when we identify all those plants, we can also know their character, right? Okay? If we need a tall person, we can know what is this that's making this person tall. If we want tall people to be able to do something that maybe needs tall people, right? So scientists can know all those traits, all those characters, okay? If you want food that can grow, or plants that can grow with less water, then we can do that, right? So we have what we call SciFun, and SciFun is about making science fun, practical, and also addressing a challenge. Why are you in school? To learn and just know things. 1 + 1 is 2. Are you sure? Yeah. No, you need to apply, right? Yes. Oh, that's knowledge. Yes, so you are in school to gain knowledge, right? Yes, so that you can apply and, yeah, keep coming in as we continue. So I need volunteers, but this is how I'm going to do my selection. How many schools are in here? Let me hear by you shouting the name of your school. 1, 2, 3, go! No, I didn't hear any. 1, 2, 3, go! Hey. It's only other candidates in the room. Let's clap for them. How many high schools are in this room? How many high schools are in this? The name of your school, sorry. The name of your school. No, at the same time. 1, 2, 3, go. Eh? All of you go to State House Girls? You mean these boys go to State House Girls? Okay. So I'll have one person from your school. Yeah, come. Step forward. State House. One person, very fast. Volunteer. Quick. State House. Yes, come. Step forward. Alliance High. Oh, Alliance High. Oh, I think they are out for lunch. Alliance High. Are they in here? Wow. Is Alliance? Oh, okay. Yeah, you know, sometimes these boys, you know, they make that volume. So they were saying, yes, we are here. But I could not hear them. Okay. Which other school? Which school? Sharon School. Shadrach Girls. Hey, which school is that? Lisa School. I thought Lisa School was here in the morning. You've decided to extend. Why? I need to know why you need to extend. Yes? You didn't want just to attend morning session and go. You want to stay. Why? It's fun. Okay, so we'll continue with fun. So, one volunteer then from your group. Just come. Yeah. So what we are going to do is they're going to engage on, we really needed every one of you to do practicals, right? For you to be a scientist, you have to be a person who is based on practicals, right? And also when I'm asking questions and you feel you are quiet like that, can you be able to manage address climate change really? You have to speak up, right? Yes, we need your voice. We need your voices. And that's why young people developed a declaration that we have to adopt in order to engage them, include them in mitigating climate change issues. So what they're going to do, what are you seeing at the front on the tables? What can you be able to see? Fruits. We have bananas, right? So for our high school, so before you get to plants, there is something that makes that plant, right? How do we get plants? Maybe from seeds, right? Yes, and we need scientists to know which kind of seed. I can see even breeders in the room. You know breeders? Breeders are scientists who do what? They breed. What is breeding? Very good. Combining, right? Yes, you select the best, then you get them together, then they give an offspring, right? And that offspring helps in. So we have bananas. We want to do DNA extraction from bananas. We have, what's this? Strawberries, right? Let's see again. What's this? Avocado. Oh, all these are important. Do we need them? Oh, okay. What about this? Tomatoes. Okay. Okay. So we want also to extract DNA from this, okay? And then, so we want to do what happens in the laboratory, right? You know laboratory? Where scientists dress like the way I'm dressed, the way you dressed. And then they get into laboratory and they study. And I want to tell you, if we don't concentrate, if you're in the lab and you're playing around and you're jumping up and down and you're on WhatsApp and TikTok, what happens? Yes, something goes wrong on the experiment. So we just want you to be very keen, see what they're doing, and let's see what they obtain. So they want to get DNA. And DNA is found in every plant, every human being has DNA, every animal has DNA. And that's what helps us to identify and also to do selection, like the way, where you live, how you are adopted to where you live and all that is always engraved in the DNA. So I think 2 people per table, please, very quick. Table 1, 2 people. Go to table 1. 2 of you, 2 students here. I need 2 students here. So let's see. There are schools that have just come in. Yeah, that side. Let me get that boy who raised up. Yes, come. Very good. And then come. You're seated at the, yes. You, no. Yeah, and the one seated in front of you. Yeah, come with him. Very good. You can also join. Okay, so that's good. We still have, oh, Michael, where's Michael? Come. Michael from Alliance. Yeah, and the girl who's lifted her hand, just come. Yes, come. On that table. So 2 per table. Start preparing as a scientist. Put on gloves. If you don't have gloves, then we'll supply more. Yes, we need more gloves, so just put on. We need more gloves from somewhere there. Are we missing? We still need more. Yeah, yes. I need one of you, so you have to select who is who, right? Thank you. Who else? Yeah, come. Thank you. Let's see. I need one. Okay, go to the last table. We want to ride on mentorship, and we want to have at least 2 different schools per table. Yes, yeah, just call on one to step forward. Yeah, come forward. So you put on protective gear. You should be in a lab coat when you're in the lab to protect yourself from spills and all that. And also you put on gloves to protect your hands. And then you focus. There are also goggles that you've been given. You can put them on to keep your eyes safe. And what we are having are simple things that we find in the kitchen. So this is hand wash, right? This is something that we use mostly in vegetables, salt. Then we have the fruits. Then we'll have spirit or ethanol or alcohol, right? Not for drinking, but for doing experiments, okay? Then what we want to do is we want to obtain DNA from these materials. Why do we obtain DNA? Sometimes, how many of you have ever gotten sick? Oh, hey, high school guys never get sick. Hey. Okay, sometimes you get sick, you go to hospital. What does the doctor do? He just looks at you and says, oh, you are sick, and then gives you medication. No, they have to check your blood, test, and that's how we can address all issues that affect us by now getting DNA and testing and knowing which kind of DNA, what is it doing there, what characters and all that, and if we can improve. So they are going to if it's an avocado, they would peel it, get a piece of it, smash it or mash it, right? You have to mash it here. You need a spoon. We're waiting for spoons. So you can just have a piece, put there. You can get a piece of tomato, put it on the plate. You can have a piece of, you want to use this one? Yeah, you can use this. Just have one piece, put on plate, mash it up, add some water, and before you add water, you need to, I hope you have been informed which is water. This is not water, right? You use the bottled water. Water is what is in the bottle, Mayas, right? So you add a little bit, that's enough. Just add a little bit of that and then mash using this. So add a little bit of. Yes. Get like 2. Yeah, you can get 2 like that. Or even 3. So as human beings do go to hospitals, also plants are taken to hospitals, right? They're taken where? To laboratories, okay? So we get plants. Do plants get sick? Oh, when a plant is sick, how does it look like? I need the other mic as you continue grinding the sample, until, we call it sample because it's just a part of. Oh, yeah, I was asking how do plants look like when they're sick?
Sometimes when a plant is sick, well, not all plants can get sick. They sometimes look like they're decaying, like.
Oh, that's an absolute answer, decaying. So they start rotting, okay? Yes, and then you can tell, oh, these plants are sick. Let's hear from a high level now, high school. Do plants get sick? What causes these diseases in plants? Anything that causes diseases. What causes diseases in plants?
When they are physically damaged, it can make them
Damage, what damages them? Insects?
even human
damage.
Human damage can also make the plant get sick.
Okay, very good. Let me hear from your neighbor here. Do plants get sick? What causes diseases in plants?
Insects like aphids.
Insects, like aphids. Oh, okay. Ulikuwa unacheka, si ndio? Haya, sasa ni what causes diseases in plants?
Maybe pests.
Pests. Let me give you an option. Bacteria causes diseases in plants. What else?
When the plants lack water.
When they lack water. And then what causes disease? One is bacteria. Two is?
Some parasites.
Parasites. Okay. Three?
Pests.
Pests. Viruses. All those causes diseases in plants. So, okay, keep mashing. Have you mashed enough? Just want to know that they're ready. You add some water. Make sure you don't. I knew that might happen. Sorry. You better put in the cup and then you add some water, right? So what they're doing is when you have an avocado like this one, I want to ask high school students, what is this? Alliance Boys, Alliance High. What's this? What do you call it? Is it an organ? Is it a system? Is it a cell? Is it an organ? Very good. So what makes up an organ? Something makes up an organ cumulatively.
Cells.
Oh, cells. Now that's a bit far. That's a bit before we reach to the cells. We have tissues. So tissues make up an organ. Then what makes up a tissue? Cells, okay? Yes. So they have to mash all these and get the cells, okay? And that's what they're doing to get DNA. So DNA is found in every cell. And what you are, all your characteristics are contained in the cell, right? Yes. So that's why we target the cell to see what does it look like, okay? So please add water to make it a bit light. Add more water, please. Okay, you have missed. So what they are having, like you call it juice, when you blended fruits and all that, that's cell suspension, right? There's so many cells. Now, what they need to do is, I just want to, I think that's enough. Sorry. You have a lot of energy, which is very good. Yeah, just put it there. You have a lot of energy, and that's good. You can use one cup, right? Can you open this? So what they have is cell suspension. Don't worry, that's okay. This one you'll use it for a different purpose, so don't spoil it. And then after that, this is your suspension, or this is salt water? Yeah, so you need to mix there, then mix it. Just put in and mix, don't worry about. Yes. Are we all there? So we have a concoction, or what you call either juice or what. Yes, keep adding, no problem. Now, after you have that, what I need you to do is, I need you to use a sieve that you have and put, just hold it. Yeah, so transfer that in here so that we just have a suspension that's uniform, right? Uniform suspension, yes, keep going. Then keep, 1 cup should have the trash, that's okay. Sieve that. That's, okay, take care. You have sieved that, right. Then, sorry. No, don't worry. You just add this water here so that you sieve now. Then now you can sieve into this cup. One person can hold the cup so that you don't. Okay, and yeah, everyone is ready. After that, you have cells, right? And in high school, they will tell you the difference between an animal cell and a plant cell. Please, could you explain to us?
A plant cell has a cell wall, while an animal cell does not.
Very good. So a plant cell has cell wall, an animal cell doesn't have a cell wall, right? And there are so many. Where do we find DNA in a cell? Anyone? High school? Yes. Cytoplasm, what, and all that.
In the nucleus.
In the nucleus, right? So it's covered by a nuclear membrane, right? Yes, so what we'll do is to release DNA. So DNA is not just easily found, right? It's really protected. It's just the way you have data on your flash disk or information. So it's well stored, right? So we need to use what we call detergent or soap. So I want you to add soap slowly. Don't form. It should be added on the side. Okay. So just add the soap that you've been given slowly on the side. And soap will help in breaking out cells, right? For high school learners, you know about cell membranes that comprises of lipid layer, right? Lipids, fats. So you need soap to break those fats and release DNA, fine? So that's what we do in the lab when you are doing DNA isolation and all that, right? Wait. Oh, soap, okay. Have you added soap? Okay. Now, the next thing to add is still on the side. Yeah, just stir slowly, stir slowly. Don't let it froth. Nope, it should not froth. Stir slowly, slowly. Oh, it's okay. It's broken. Yeah, and then after doing that, sorry, move this. After doing that, add the methylated spirit or the alcohol that you've given. Just slowly on the side. Hold it to tilt this class like this. Then slowly, slowly. As you observe what's happening, slowly, the entire, just keep going, the whole of it, but you have to do it this way, right? Keep going, keep going, keep going. And then let it settle for a while. Just slowly, let it settle, observe what's happening. Now, for you to collect as much information as possible, you have to really to see what's happening, right? I want to see whether you are seeing anything happening. Have they added? Yeah. When you add, don't stir. Just add this ethanol. Add ethanol and make sure you're looking at what's really happening. So there is something that's forming and coming up, and that is what we call DNA, right? Yes, slowly, slowly, slowly. Don't tilt. Just hold it that way. And see, there is a precipitation. Precipitation is a process at which you have a liquid and you see something coming out and being visible, like either a solid or semi-solid or such kind of, and that is DNA. So DNA, when you're adding spirit or you're adding alcohol or you're adding ethanol, you'll see that. So I want you to take the skewer. You have a stick. Break it into two, but don't break it that much so that it still holds it together like that. I hope you're seeing this. You're seeing this. You're all looking here. Yes. And then that's what you use to loop out, to collect as much of DNA as possible on that loop of the skewer. Just one is enough. Use one only. Let one person see how to get that DNA up as much as possible. Okay. Tell us your observations. I want to start from the end to the end to see whether you were able to observe something happening or you didn't see anything. And that's what literally scientists do to come up with new products, to develop plants that are resistant to diseases, and to do all this. Okay, so as we continue, there is just one procedure that should be done.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon again. Great. So we're very happy to have you all here as the Climate Action Zone and the Alliance for Science. So my name is Michael Onyango, and I also work for the Alliance for Science. And we work with a lot of partners from across the world. So one of our partners is here, actually one of our most important partners, who without them would not even be able to have an office in this country. And because of his schedule, he is busy and he needs to leave. So I will not introduce him, but I'll call our head and our executive director, Dr. Sheila Ochubuju, to explain who he is, who they are, and what we do with them.
Hello, hello. You can't believe how many memories this all triggers in me. So when I was about your age, so I'm a scientist, and when I was about your age, I was doing a lot of these sorts of extractions in schools. In my school, I went to school in London, and it wasn't as much fun as this. In fact, it was no fun at all. I was mostly really miserable. Everything was really smelly, and I generally had a lab partner who I didn't like, and either they were not very good or they were not very nice, and science didn't seem so cool, but I was curious about the world, and only science seemed to answer the questions I had, like, why is there a rainbow, and things like that, you know? And so it's so wonderful. When I was growing up, we didn't really know much about DNA. By the time I became a scientist is when we found out really about DNA and that we could extract it. When I was doing my research in the laboratory was when we began to sequence it and say, oh, this is what the sequence looked like. And by the time I was over 25, nearly 30 was when we got the code for the genetic code. That is when we had the sequence of life. So we can tell what is the sequence of a human being now, but it was not, we were all doing science without knowing any of these things. So you are doing science at a time when there are so many more answers and so many more possibilities. It's so much more exciting, and you have great people like Dr. Fun to teach you extraordinary things. So we at Alliance for Science really want to encourage you to take this opportunity seriously, because, as Dr. Fun said, it's not you're going to school not just to learn. You're going to school to take something that you will apply. Use it to answer the questions you want. Use it to build the life you want. Use it to do whatever you want. But in order to get to a place where you can do that, you need to get a little bit more education. And that's what our host institution does in an extraordinary way. I'm going to invite Dean Kagram in a minute, but I need you to understand what a dean is. You may not know about a dean until you get to a university before you understand how important a dean is. So right now you have headmasters and headmistresses, yes, and that's like the highest level of authority in your school. But when you get to a university, each department, like the science department, will have a head and the history, and those are like big schools within a university setup. And then a dean is above all of these heads and coordinates them and makes sure that all the programs, whatever they are, make sense. And so a dean does more than just think about the learning. He thinks about what is the journey and experience of your learning. How will it prepare you for the world? What kind of a person will you be once you've come out of this university? So Dean Kagram is Kenyan by birth, and he'll tell you about that. And he has had an extraordinarily successful journey, and he's now heading one of the best institutions in America that is bringing across world leaders. And these are the institutions that are still connected with the continent, meaning they're offering opportunities for you when you come out of school to now go on a journey to get more education that is a global education, to give you more opportunities than my generation had, because perhaps we could only do what we could do in our country, but we couldn't really think of getting global qualifications. He can do that. And so he will come up and tell you a little bit about himself and the school that he's a dean of, and we'll show a little clip for you to see what it looks like. And then I have a little surprise for him that I'd like you to participate in. In Kagran. Huh? What? Which school I went to? Oh, him. He'll say the school.
Everybody give a big round of applause for Dr. Shield. Is she amazing or what? Yeah? Yeah? And how about Mr. Michael over here? Pretty amazing, huh? And how about your professors over here and your teachers? Where is he? There he is. Come on, stand up. We got to give this guy. It's just so wonderful to be with all of you here. Let me just tell you a little bit about myself. I was born, actually, I will be in Jinja, Uganda. Anybody from Uganda here? Yes? There we are. Yeah. But my mother's side comes from Kenya, from Kitale and Kisumu. So I am fully East African. We were fourth generation. My ancestors, obviously you can tell from my face, came from India. But they came to build the British railroads in the 1800s, long, long time ago. And not much education at that point. They built the railroads and they became traders and merchants and entrepreneurs and business people. By the time I was born in Uganda, my father's side, we were the 20th wealthiest family in the country. So we had industries like in agriculture and electronics, in pharmaceuticals and insurance. We owned the only cinema in town. I remember going to the cinema every Sunday, Dr. Sheila, and seeing the latest Bollywood or Hollywood film, you know, and it was great. But then there came a president in power in Uganda named Idi Amin. Anybody heard about Idi Amin? Yeah? So my family, along with 100,000 other families, were expelled from Uganda in 1972. We lost everything. We became penniless overnight. We fled across the border to Kenya, but we could only stay for 48 hours. And then we were taken in a plane to Italy. Do you know where Italy is? Yeah, in Europe, right? Now, Italy's really beautiful, but we didn't have a very beautiful time. We were staying in military barracks, in army barracks, because we were refugees. And we would get maybe one meal a day, couldn't go to school for many years, and didn't know where we were headed. And then we were lucky enough to be sponsored to the United States, and we started again. And education was everything. Science, learning, making oneself better. My parents, of course, had lost everything, but all they cared about, like your parents, is that their children, like your parents with each of you, that you have a better life, that you make the most of all of your talents, that you take all that God has given to you and give it back to others and our precious planet. That's why you get offered these incredible opportunities like you're getting here today. So I worked very hard. I actually started my first companies when I was 13, but it was about education. And I got a full ride scholarship to a small university some of you might have heard of called Stanford University. Anybody heard about Stanford before? Yeah. So when I went to Stanford, I thought I had gone to heaven. It was palm trees, and it was California, and all that, but it was, you walked in, and it was knowledge, wisdom, insight, science, invention, innovation, entrepreneurship, Silicon Valley. How many of you heard about Silicon Valley? Yeah? You heard about a small company called Google? Well, Larry and Sergey were in my Computer Science 101 class with me. Okay? Jerry Yang, who founded Yahoo, was in my economics class with me. Reid Hoffman, the founder, co-founder of LinkedIn, is one of my professors right now. Okay? So we've come a long way. But I'm just lucky and blessed. Hard work. And every one of you can do even more than I have done or Dr. Sheila. Everything is in front of you. But I want you to think about the following thing. How many of you want to be scientists? How many of you want to become doctors? Yeah, you raise your hand, it's okay. You want to be engineers. Who wants to be an engineer? Yeah? Who wants to be a business person, an entrepreneur? Who wants to be an economist? Who wants to be a leader? I want to see everybody's hand up. Everybody hand up. Whether you're a doctor or a scientist or an engineer or a teacher or whatever you are, you must be a leader. So I want you to repeat after me. I promise to be a leader.
I promise to be a leader.
I'm not hearing you. I promise to be a leader. I promise to be leader. And what type of leader are we going to be? What type of leader do we want to be? Tell me, what kind of leader?
I want to be a world leader.
A world leader. That's what I want to hear. We want to be global leaders. Global leaders. But you can be a global leader if you're right here in Nairobi, or if you're in Cape Town, or in some village anywhere. You always have to have a global mindset. A global mindset. Because the world is a big place, and we can always learn more about new things by opening ourselves to different cultures, different ways of seeing things, learning new languages. All of this transforms who we are and what's possible. Now, the greatest privilege of my life was to be the dean of the Desmond Tutu Peace Center. How many of you heard about Archbishop Tutu? God bless his soul. So Archbishop Tutu, in the great traditions of his time, came up with this notion, or really popularized a notion called Ubuntu. How many of you heard about Ubuntu? Yeah? What does Ubuntu mean? It means we are only human because we are connected with other humans. It's so powerful. All the science that we create, all that we invent, all the new knowledge, all this wonderful stuff doesn't take away from that very fact, that we are only human if we are connected to other humans. And that's what leadership is about, is allowing us as human beings to be connected with one another and to realize unlimited potential, individually and together. So I want you to say it again. I will be a leader.
I will be a leader.
I can't hear you.
I will be a leader.
I will be a global leader.
I will be a global leader.
And I will take our world forward. I will take our world forward. I will take our world forward. Now, there are three principles I want you to remember. Respect the rights and dignity of all people. Oppose all forms of corruption and exploitation. And advance sustainable and equitable prosperity and peace worldwide. Whatever you are, you harness the science, you harness the data, harness the innovation, the invention, the entrepreneurship for that purpose. To oppose all forms of corruption and exploitation, to respect the rights and dignity of all people, and to advance sustainable and equitable prosperity and peace worldwide. Will you do that for me? Yes. You promise? Yes. I don't hear you. Yes. I don't believe you. Do you promise you'll do that? Yes. Okay. Now, I want to ask you a few more questions and I'm going to let you get back because we have work to do. I know the teacher needs to take forward with it. What's an invention? What's an invention?
An invention is, it's like a machine that helps the world be a better place.
Yes, how about that? Oh, that's good. Anybody else? You got something you want to add? Okay.
An invention can also be a discovery that somebody has made through experimenting.
Oh. I guess this teacher is teaching you a lot today. Do you want to say?
An invention is bringing something new into existence.
I like it. All right, we like this. One back there. Let's get one more. We'll take one more over here. What's an invention?
An invention is a piece of work that is put together to help in world improvement.
Excellent. Thank you. So that's an invention. What's an innovation? What's different between an invention and an innovation? Is that someone raising a hand over here? All right, I like it. What's your name? Tell us your name and tell me what an innovation is.
My name is Wandwa, and I think an innovation is when you take an invention and improve it.
That's a good idea. That's a very good answer. What else? What do other people think an innovation is? What's your name? And oh, here you go.
An innovation is a breakthrough in technology that's related to an invention.
Very good, very good, very close. And we're getting closer. When we take an invention and we bring it to practice, we create a company with that invention. We create a new product. Could be technology, but doesn't have to be technology. You could have a policy innovation. You could have a teaching innovation. So many types of innovation. So that's the process of discovery to invention to innovation to entrepreneurship to creating new businesses, new enterprises, new organizations, new ways of doing things, new models. And so whatever you do, we want you to take your science and your knowledge, you harness it to invent, to innovate, and then transform that into new ways of doing things in the world that changes people's lives. But in that, I want to come back to leadership. Leadership has to be the case. It has to be the first and last thing, because the world desperately needs you to be leaders. Desperately needs you to be leaders. And I know each and every one of you are going to do it. The future is bright because every one of you. And we want to thank again Dr. Sheila and Mr. Michael and this incredible team for making this possible, allowing me to be here. So, one more time, I will be a leader.
I will be a leader.
There you go.
Thank you, thank you.
And I didn't even tell you where I'm from.
So this is my lovely brother, and I want you to just look at the screens. So this is something that Thunderbird School of Global Management launched last year. In fact, the president of Kenya himself launched it in his inauguration address here. But those two, the lady and the gentleman, are a couple who, like you, went to school, did very well, became very rich, and thought they would give back, and gave a significant amount of money to put into an initiative called 100 Million Learners Global Initiative. And I wonder if you could just say a few words about that.
Absolutely. So, and I'll say before I get to that, I am now the Director General and Dean of that school, the Thunderbird School of Global Management. We have an incredible, thank you. It's a great honor and privilege. We have a wonderful team here. I want them to stand up. We have, right here, we have a Center of Excellence here in Nairobi. And so find them. And we have 50,000 alumni in 140 countries around the world, including many across Africa, Kenya, East Africa, and Africa. And we've touched 2 million people with learning opportunities. But this, then, is our goal to reach 100 million. So when you get a chance, go onto your iPhone or to your computer and look up 100millionlearners.org, 100millionlearners.org. And there you're going to find courses for entrepreneurship. And they're completely free, no cost. And they're already translated into Kiswahili and many other languages, French, Portuguese, Hindi, Arabic. It's soon going to be translated into 133 languages. With Google, we invented the world's first ever academic translation factory. But all of this content in 100 Million Learners is completely free to you, to your parents, to your brothers, to your sisters, to your grandparents. And we have learners from all over the world, 70 countries, And I have to say, the most number of learners, Dr. Sheila, we have is from here in Kenya. Because His Excellency President Ruto, as you said, is one of our great champions, along with Mrs. Ruto, the First Lady. So please take a look. It's a great opportunity, entrepreneurship and innovation skill sets, digital skill sets for the 21st century, and leadership. So it's all for you. Please take a look.
Great. Wonderful. And I just want to make the point that it's not free. It's at no cost to you. But the reason why it's at no cost to you is that somebody put over $100 million to the initiative of their own money to allow it to be free to you. And I'm so proud of it because it's an example of us in the global south doing for ourselves, for our brothers, not looking towards the global, you may not know the difference between global north and global south, but let's say Americans and Europeans, people who look very different from the people we're used to seeing, they're the ones that usually are giving us something, giving us opportunities. But here are people that have made their wealth from our community, giving back to our community. African philanthropy. It's a wonderful, wonderful thing. I'm so super proud of this initiative. And now I want to call our superheroes to come up. we got climate action. We got clean energy. We got no poverty. We got good health and well-being. Superpowers. Come over here. And we want to present a little gift from the Alliance for Science to Dean, because we love you so much. And it's made from the Kamba community, who are very good at making these things. And it's the container. And I like to think of it like, you know, when you go to school, you're building a container for your life. And it takes a long time to build a container. And once you've built the container, you got the certificates, you go out into the world, now you're ready to fill it up. You fill it up with, when you do a business, you're filling it up with money, you're filling it up with opportunities, you fill it up and hopefully it overflows. Once it overflows, other people can benefit from it. That is what a life should look like. And so that is why we're giving this gift to you. Wonderful. Thank you
all
so much.
Thank you so much. Be leaders. Very
Thank
proud of
you. You're welcome. And I don't know if the video is cued. As he goes out, I'd like you to just watch a short video about the Thunderbird School. So maybe one day you might end up there and you'll remember where you saw the video. Is it ready? There's no video. Okay. All right. Maybe later you can see that. But thank you very much.
Another round of applause. Yes, thank you, Dr. Sheila, our Executive Director. Thank you, Dean, and thank you for the Michael, Deputy Executive Director, and you directors, right? Clap for yourself. Okay, very good. So, want to proceed. So, we were doing DNA extraction. We wanted to hear what they observed. So I'll start from the last end. Yeah, you can use that. Oh, okay.
I think I saw like fiber-like structures on the surface of the liquid. I think.
That's nice. 1, 2. Yeah. Okay, tell us. Okay, this is going on. Okay, tell us what you observed. Thank you so much. Let's clap for them because they were actually seeing it, right? We would love that everyone had such kind of an exposure of doing DNA extraction. And just think about doing DNA extraction from anything, right? Okay, tell us.
We observed that after adding the ethanol, the DNA started precipitating from the solution.
Wow, thank you so much. Let's clap for them. Okay, next.
On what we extracted, we saw a semi-solid substance. Then on the liquid part, there were two layers. One was below and the other one was up. Yeah.
Yeah, they observed various layers, okay? That's a good observation. Let's clap for them, please. Okay, next.
So we saw a suspension on the liquid, which we extracted, and I'm delighted to note that that is the DNA.
Oh, wow. That's very nice. Clap for the two again. If you have any other point you can add, since you are two in the group, so feel free to add any point, any other point.
So what I observed from the experiment that we did is that after you've poured soap on the liquid part of the, what did we use? From the fruit.
Yes.
And add the oil that we were given, it formed two layers of the liquid part, and the DNA came up.
Wow, thank you so much. That's good. Let's clap for them, please.
I realized that the layers are of different colors. The layers are of different colors.
Oh, you observed some different colors. Let's clap for them. All those observations are very good in whatever they were doing to extract DNA, right? Maybe the first layer is just trash that had settled down, the cell debris and all that, and now we had DNA precipitating out of solution. So that is great. That's how we do DNA extraction, be it from blood sample, from tissue, from whatever it is. And the main aim of doing that is to identify who you are, or to identify a plant, to know the characteristics of that plant. The way Dr. Shaler said, DNA has a structure, right? It's a thread-like, but it has a structure. It has base pairs, right? For those who are in Form 4, Form 3, right? And that way you can actually know which base pairs lead to production of a particular trait, either disease-resistant types and all those. And that's what we need to study to be able to find plants that can grow well despite challenges of drought, challenges of diseases, and all that, and we still have food, right? Okay. So I think without much ado, they can remove the gloves, remove the goggles, just put everything on the table. And then we just have a few demos. We have actually around 3 demos, and then we call it off, right? Or should we continue until tomorrow? But no supper, right? No dinner. Okay, or dinner, porridge for dinner, right? Okay, so thank you, you can sit down. Let's clap for them now. Okay, I think I'll need to use wireless because I want to stand on the other side. So now, we're going to do, okay, Lisa School, thank you. We excuse you there. Thank you so much. Lisa School was here from morning. They stayed. So what I'm about to do is just a repetition of what they had seen. So thank you, Lisa School. Let's clap for them. Very good. So now I have a challenge here that I need to call upon some students, right? We have to believe in impossibilities in order to be able to do what we can do, right? So we want to do a math. How many of you love math? We have a math quiz that we need to engage you on because mathematics is very key in development, in addressing climate change issues. We need mathematics. We have to calculate various parameters and come up with solutions basing on the calculations, like mole concepts. How many of you, okay, not now, I'm not talking to primary school, high school. Mole concepts. What is 1 molar solution of sodium hydroxide? Hey. Senior. Yeah, this group, not you. This one. 1 molar solution. How do you define a molar solution? Or no chemistry? You don't do chemistry. Oh, sorry, I'm being told it's only those who do languages that were allowed to come for this, especially from Alliance High and State House Girls, right? You do chemistry? Do you love the mathematics, calculations in chemistry? You appreciate it, right? Okay, I'll not go into calculations, but what we want to do is, I want to start by telling you, I know all of you the date you are born. Right? Yeah, the date you are born. Your birthday. I've just met you today. Is there anyone who is not believing me? No, I mean, you have to agree, right? So I know all of you the date you are born. Without guessing, of course. Okay, so that's what I'll do exactly. Who said that? Was it you? Yeah, I had a different voice. It wasn't that bass. Yes. So I will tell you, but for them to make sure that I'm not lying, please tell them, whisper to them, at least those who are... No, wait. I should not see that. And then I'll also do the same here. Yeah, I'll tell you the date you were born, right? We've never met, right? You confirm? Yes. So I'll also inform you the date you were born. And then, for you, think of a number between 1 and 30, and I'm the one to tell you which number you're thinking of, right? Don't tell me the number, okay? Are we together? So think of that number. For instance, if you're thinking of number 9, then you should ask me. You should not tell me number 9. I'm the one to tell you you're thinking of number 9. But to confirm that, you can tell those seated around you, I'm thinking of number 5. And then now, I'm the one who will tell you. I'm not saying you're thinking of number 5, right? Okay. So, do so, please. Whisper out. Twila can take up that, right? Okay. Show them up. So, I have a chart here just to show you. And then, there's so many numbers, so I can't have them. Maybe she'll need to move closer to whoever is answering the question. Just look at those charts and say whether the date you are born is there, yes or no. You just need to look at those numbers and say, for those who had the date you are born, they should just say, is it there, yes or no? Yes. Next. Yes. Yeah, next. Yes. Next. Yes. Okay, yes, next. It's here? Yes. Oh. You were born on 23rd? Yeah. How did I know that? Okay, next. Come. Very quick. Okay, who was that? Okay, is that date there, yes or no? Eh? No? And you're sure you're born, right? Okay, next. Is it there? Okay. You're born on 12th, right? Yeah, that's true. So, you are thinking of a number. Who was thinking of a number? Yes, you're thinking of a number, right? Is that number here? Yes or no? Is it here? Is it here? Is it here? You're thinking of number 12, right? Is it true? Yeah. So, math is the simplest subject that you should not fail, right? So, and I'm telling you the truth because if someone asks you 1 plus 1, it just means 2, right? Actually, a person asking you 1 plus 1 has given you an answer, right? Imagine a person asking you, find the area of a cylinder whose height and radius is, or find the area of a rectangle whose sides are 1 and 2 and such. It's very simple, right? You just need to apply the formula which you have been taught, right? So for us to address climate change, we have to be sharp at calculating, right? How much time does it, if it takes 5 hours for 2 people to fill a tank, how much time will it take 10 people to fill the same tank? Is that a question really? Yeah, that's very simple, right? So let's embrace mathematics and keenness. If you are keen, maybe as they set up, it's just like I say, come and sit on nails. Is that something that you can get scared of? No, you don't. This is my cushion. These are not nails. You can touch. Feel it. Some people, you know, so sitting on this is not a big issue, right? Yeah, yeah, that's a scientific cushion. So we have to change our attitudes in order to address issues of climate change, right? You see, even these guys are just, I mean, you mean sitting on this. I mean, this is just a cushion, so it's not, right? Yeah, these are not nails, right? And they're not sharp, right? Yeah. Please come with me. Just come and do it because they think we are joking. We don't joke around here. We're real scientists, right? Okay, wait. Yeah, sure, for sure. That's not a... Is that a new thing, sitting on nails? And it's not magic, right? It's not magic. No. I've already gotten a volunteer. So where is she going to sit? Maybe here? Move that a bit. Okay. Yeah. What's your name?
Amran.
Amran. Wow. In fact, that name sounds scientific, right? So, are you ready to go? Yeah, scientists never get scared. I mean, right? You are ready?
Yes.
Serious?
Yes.
Who is your teacher? You have your teacher here, so that we are not just talking about. By the way, we have to be bold in facing climate change issues. I can see there's a lady looking at me like, eh? And she's putting on red, so you can imagine. So, but all is well. Science is fun, of course. Okay, I can try. Let me try first, right? Okay. Should I sit?
Yes.
You're serious?
Yes. You said scientists are never scared.
It's true, but you know what it means? I sit down.
Yes.
On nails.
Yes.
And you're serious?
Yes.
Ouch. Okay. I'm seated. I'm even raising up my legs. Yeah. Okay. No, I came with my lady here. I can give you a hand for you to come up. Just slowly. Oh, wait. You okay? You won't sue me, right? Okay. Make sure you don't fall. Safety first. Okay, just sit. I will just help you. Okay, just sit. Oh. Yeah, it's simple. I get up straight. Okay, just step down. So, I'm seeing someone getting scared. Come. Yes. Come and try, because you're thinking that this is magic. This is not magic. You can sit on nails, but please, before you sit on nails, make sure you consult me, right? Come up. Are you okay? Yeah, but she sat on nails. Make sure don't move back because of safety. But she sat. Should he sit? Akaya Maskaye. Are you serious? Even girls are saying Ukaye ban. So, okay. Just slowly. Don't tense. Just slowly. Slowly. Keep going. Yeah. So it's possible, right? It's not magic, right? Yes. Okay, sit down. Thank you. Let's clap for them. So, and let me give you the real story of this seat of nails that is really done training on STEM. I made this while in Australia, and it's gone to over 30 countries. So I respect this. So many ministers of education have sat on this, on how we drive education. So many delegations from different countries, and here it is, right? Or you want your teacher to try? Yeah. Teacher? No, wait. Teacher who? How about high school? Where is this? Madam who? Madam. Okay, I want to hear loudest by the name of the teacher. 1, 2, 3, go. Oh. Are you sure? Okay. She's scared. But remember this is for learners, okay? This is for learners, right? And what we make for learners is not for teachers. So what we have here, this is for teachers, right? Okay? So do you want her to sit on this? No. So it's principle of pressure, and that's why we talk about how things happen. We want to learn how things happen, right? So this is one nail, and you know what it will do, right? But these are many nails, so pressure is lower, pressure is higher because of the area, especially for those who are in high school, issue of surface area to volume ratio. All those apply. So these are simple props that we develop to communicate science. Now, should we stop there? No! Okay, I can see, in our Alliance High, they normally take dinner at around 4, right? You take at 4? Or you don't do dinner? Just breakfast and lunch? That's good. So we can continue. That's a very good school. So I think she'll do something. We've been sitting. Let's stand up. Now, as we are just going to finals, you're standing up like... okay, your back doesn't have a problem. So I want you to stretch your arm like this. So this is 1, 2, 3. Then your right hand over your left, your fingers locked together. So your right hand over, yes. So are we all there? Yes. And then let's turn so that your fingers face up, the thumbs. That way. Simple things, okay? Okay, follow instructions. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Then 4, lock your fingers. No, don't do that. So we are all there? And then just turn for your thumbs to face up. See, just like that. Just like that. What's the problem, guys? You did it. Okay, that's very good. Let's sit down. So, you did it. Thank you. Okay, so now what that's teaching us is, what do you call sides that look similar, like your right and left side? Yes? Like, is your left exactly like your right? If we split you into 2? They're not? Not a watch, just your body. Yes? We call them symmetrical. Yes. So is your right side exactly the same as your left side? No. They are mirror, right? It's like a mirror image, right? Okay. Anyway, you have to observe. So when I was doing 1, 2, 3, and that way, I was putting my hand that way. Then I just... So it's just how keen you are. Now, the final one. We need to do an experiment, but now this one I have to call on you because actually I saw you making a lot of noise, which is very good for me. Come, come. Come again. Yes. Yep. Now I'm picking only one person per school, unless otherwise she sits down and you come. Right? It's just one person per school, right? Yes, the one raising her hand there. Yes, please come. Alliance, yes, come, come. Yeah, you can come. As far as you are able to answer the question I'm going to ask, right? Then this side, let's see. Yes, come. And come. That's okay. You can come, join them. So I'm going to give them experiments. They're going to stand up here, behind the tables. It's okay, behind the tables. Okay, we can have this sit down. And my questions are very simple. So give one group a balloon. Give the other group a banana. Yeah, we can. Okay, we can stand aside, no problem. You've gotten a banana. You can have the other banana. I can get you one. That is, Alfred, you can get us one banana there. Just pluck it out. Okay, we have one already here. Right. So put down that banana. Have this fresh one. Yep. And then, so I want you to operate in two groups. Groups of two, right? So two of you, I need you to get that banana, peel it off, peel it, and I want you to dry it so that it's as hard as a rock within 5 seconds. Want to apply science. So this is applied science, right? You dry it like a rock. It's a ripe banana, right? Yes. So think. I want you to think. Before you do, you have to think first. Before we address climate change issues, we have to think first, right? Okay, the other group, you have a balloon. Inflate that balloon so that it's as big as possible, right? Okay, just hold on. Keep thinking what you're going to do. Sorry, things sound somewhere. Yes. Keep going. Not yet, not yet. As they do that, this group has also one experiment. I have this leaf. It's a fresh leaf. We just harvested it this morning. So what I want them to do is, if you have a way, we can cut this. Okay. Okay. So I want them to dry this leaf within 5 seconds. Dry. Right? This is Alliance High. You're Alliance High? This is possible, right? I know there's so many. So dry this leaf within 5 seconds. When I count 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It should be dry, completely dry. And you have to tell us what you have to do before you do it, right? Now, for this group, are you okay? Yes, I'm just waiting for you to tie it up. Very good. Now, for this group, their work is very simple. They have this balloon. It's filled up with air. What I want them to do is, I want them to reduce the size of this balloon in such a way that it can fit in my pocket, right? Just like what we have here, one other balloon that, do we have a balloon that I can show? I want a balloon that looks like, yeah, that's okay. No, that's okay. Well, you want it tied like that? Thank you. So I want it to be this size. I can just put in my pocket and go my way. Then whenever I reach whenever I want it to, the content should remain. Nothing should escape, right? You reduce the size, nothing escapes. Are we together? Then, no, I need other learners. You're really smiling. So I think you love science. So come up. Come. Yeah, you are really smiling. Yes, come. Yes, yes. Am I missing? Sorry, no, wait. I need this school. Will you represent your school? Yeah, come. Thank you. So, both of you, what I want to do is very simple. What we have been doing. How many of you have touched clouds? Clouds. Wow. Tell us. Let me move closer. I want to know. I want to learn. You have touched clouds. Who is that? Okay, tell us. How you... Okay, yes. You have touched clouds. How old are you?
10.
10. And no one from this age... You have touched clouds. Okay, tell us, and then you give the mic.
So how I touch clouds is when I was flying with a plane, but it had like we were going for skydiving, and then I touched one of the clouds.
Wow! Let's clap for him. Joe. Okay. She's dressed like a pilot, maybe. Let's hear.
I'm Lillian Muridi from State House Girls High School.
Yes. So we had clouds at State House Girls. Oh, okay. Tell us more.
So basically, clouds are suspensions of water, small water droplets, and
You're going around the answer. Have you touched clouds?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Not droplets of water.
That's clouds.
Right? You have?
Yes.
How maybe?
Water droplets that are suspended in air. I've touched them.
Okay. So I think the two, the work is simple. They will make clouds for us in this room, and then we can be able to have an experience over clouds, right? Right? And you have to think how you're going to do it. You have to think, and you're going to give us an answer. So we want to hear from the first group what they will do. There's a mic. Let's have the mic, and let's hear from this team. And you have to tell us, without even thinking, tell us, talk anything. Talk whether it's magic, I don't know what you're going to do, but just tell us. Everyone has to talk, right? So, starting from her. So, give her first. Yes. You're going to dry a ripe banana to be as hard as a rock. Tell us how. I should sit back.
I think we should cover it back.
Then, okay, yeah, just say anything. Pass the mic. She has so many. Any idea? To me, I'm not a teacher, so I assume I don't know anything. So I'm just waiting to hear what you have to do. Yes? And I don't go for no, and I don't go for I can't. Everything is yes, and you tell me how. Guy, you say it guy. I don't know what guy means. Okay. Anything. Say anything. Anything. Huh? Critical thinking.
I think you can cover it or blow it.
Yeah, you have said something. Saying something is the key thing. I love people who talk, whatever they express, and then we can make something out of it. Let's clap for them. Okay, next.
I think we're supposed to do something with these skewers.
Yes.
I also think that we're supposed to stick these skewers somewhere in the banana that will dry them out.
Oh, okay. Maybe the stick will absorb water, right? Oh, yeah, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, everything is right. Next. How are you going to reduce that balloon? You can stand up. You can find space. Find space up here. Right here. Or, yeah, right here. You can stand here. Okay, tell us, please. Nothing should escape.
According to what I know, we should cool off the banana so that the balloon, without any air escaping from it, we should cool it and it will contract.
Very good. That's a good idea. Next. Any idea is good.
The best way to reduce the air inside is by reducing the temperature. That's the best way to reduce anything from solid, liquids, and gases.
Wow, that's good. Very good. Clap for them. Next. How are you going to dry that leaf?
I think that I should use some ice cubes and put hot water on it and put the leaves.
Wow, that's good. Okay, next. Alliance High.
I think there's a science behind it.
Yes?
There's a science behind it.
Yeah, we also realize so.
But you can't cool it physically. You have to do it chemically.
Yeah, we can use a chemical.
Yes.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, so how about making rain? We need clouds in this room. Clouds, real clouds. We're talking about climate change, and we just need scientists who can make some clouds.
Okay, for example, you take hot water.
Yes.
And then you mix it with cold water, and then you'll observe clouds.
Wow.
Something like.
Wow. That's very nice. So we just need to prepare hot water and bring cold water and hot water to you, and then you can make clouds, right? Okay.
You evaporate hot water to the atmosphere, then it will form.
We evaporate water.
Yeah.
Oh. And then how does rain form? Tell us. Maybe the real science. Where do we get rain from?
From the atmosphere. From the atmosphere.
How? Talk about the circle.
When water is evaporated, it goes to the atmosphere, it forms some clouds, then the clouds form to
Yeah,
rain.
I think you are scientists. So let's clap for them. When we have evaporation, then we have, the higher you go, yes, so the water vapor cools down, forms the clouds, and then there is condensation process, right? Then it falls back as rain, okay? That's very good. But we have various types of rain, so you know all that. So I think we'll start from somewhere. I think my team can help into doing something here. So let's just move back. Then we'll do liquid nitrogen. Sure, thank you. Thank you so much. I love blowing things, so if you invite me to your school, just know we're gonna blow things, right? Okay, so let's move on one side so that we can see. We can move on the other side, sorry. We can just move, just put the balloon there. We can move this side at the end. Then, are you okay? It's heavy. It's quite heavy. Oops. Okay, let me have the balloon. Let me have the balloon so that, oh. Okay. Okay. So, yes, liquid nitrogen is cold. So we're going to use liquid nitrogen. Then we'll put in the banana and we can put in the leaves. Where's the leaves? Let's move back so that everyone can be able to see. We can even move, or you can stand there so that everyone can see. So what we do is we can put in this. Just that, that's enough. So let's see what happens with the leaf. It's completely, I don't want to say dry, but let me use that term dry as per now. Because liquid nitrogen is very cold. So you can see that. Let's see the balloon. It's back in size. We talk about contraction and expansion, and liquid nitrogen is very cold. That's air, so it's about expansion and contraction. Let's hear about the banana. That's the banana. It's as hard as a rock. Okay. Okay, he's just repeating the balloon again. So it contracts until you feel like there is nothing, right? And then it also goes back. So we can restore, and you can see how it looks like. Oh, okay. But that's, you'll see. So let's move this side a bit. I will put in hot water. Let's see what happens. Or Dan can do it. Dan, you can do it. Let's move back a bit. Let's move back a bit. Okay, we just want to see what happens. Okay, keep going, keep going. Oh. Okay, no, they're okay, they're okay. Don't worry, don't worry, don't worry. They're okay. Okay, so that's literally how close form. Yeah, some nice. Yeah. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, okay. That's enough, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's sit back now. Let's sit back. Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. That's wonderful. I love that class so much. I must. So, what's happening here is what we've just talked of. So what's happening here is exactly what we have talked of about how rain forms and how we have evaporation, condensation, and all that process is really what is happening. And I just wanted to bring to attention that yes, the process of rain formation is as natural as it is, but it can also be, okay, very good, very good. Don't worry, madam. This is the best class that I would love to have. Okay. Okay, let's sit down now. Okay, if you're still standing, I'll have to call you here and you dance to music, right? All right, so better sit down, better sit down. Okay. So science is fun, right? But it depends with how it's taught, right? So it's fun, and we can do experiments. I do lots of chemical experiment, chemistry. I know if I came to your school, we'll be in the lab all through to do. And we've talked about innovations, inventions, and that's what we need you to do. We also look forward to projects addressing climate change. We've seen in the morning we had learners here from different parts of Africa, and they were showcasing their projects. So what is this project that you're doing that is addressing issues of climate change? I'm expecting lots of projects from high school. We really travel, you know, with learners across the globe to do in science fairs, festivals and all that. And not only traveling and not only getting a certificate, but we need to get your products into market, right? How many schools here have a school shop? A school shop, not canteen. Canteen is just for food. But a school shop, yes, we need to have Alliance High School. We need to have a shop in the school or at the gate that is selling products that have been made by the school, right? Yes, we need to have such kind of innovations that are tailored and marketed across. So it's time for questions. I just want to hear many questions as possible, right? Yeah. Any question? Yep. A question, please? Yep.
My question is,
Yes, please. Sorry.
why did the balloon pop?
Okay. That was due to expansion and contraction. So maybe it was like the elasticity of, it's a balloon stretches, right? So it was just due to quick contraction, or either I blew hot air on one side and one side had still contracted, and then the difference caused it to pop, right?
Also, when will you come to our school?
Yeah, that one we have to talk about it, but very soon. Soon and very soon. I'll engage Madame here, right? We'll make some fun. Okay, one more question for this school. Yes. Oh, you have a question, 3 of you, the same question. Yeah, please ask. No marks for my question. You just get it, right?
Where can you buy liquid nitrogen?
Buying liquid nitrogen. So one is we have various safety precautions, especially when you're doing laboratory experiments. And when you're doing lab experiments, you need to be taught how to do it, right? So even having liquid nitrogen is very cold. It's at minus 196. So if you put your hand in there, it will freeze, and you can just, like the way the leaf behaved. So you have to have also precautions and all that. And also sitting on nails. Don't just go and start sitting on nails and then you say, oh, what happened? No. There is a way we have calculated. There's math. There's a lot of calculations there. And that's why I'm using that scientific sit of nails. And also through training. We're here to engage you because we've been trained in that field, right? Yes. I'm proud to say that it takes training. And that's why you have your teachers and all that. Yes. Any other? And everyone can, so it doesn't mean that you cannot do it in terms of training. Yes?
How does the liquid nitrogen and the hot water get into relation and make smoke?
Oh, that's very nice. So, hot water produces what? Vapor, right? Yes. The gas form of water is vapor. Now we say the higher you go, the cooler it becomes. So when that vapor goes up there, it condenses, it forms water. It starts turning back into water, right? But it's not such an amount of water that can fall immediately. So it starts like droplets, very small, like mist, And then from there it accumulates, it continues attracting more water, and then it falls. And we know force between water molecule for high school now and water molecule is known as force between water molecule and water molecule is known as cohesive. Different molecules, adhesive forces. So all those play a role in the precipitation. You are in high school, right? Yes, so precipitation. So that's why you see it as the way you see mist is normally actually water droplets. Then when the more heat comes up on it, especially in the morning, the more misty it becomes. Then all of a sudden it disappears because now the water turns back into vapor or air, right? Okay. Yes. Okay, sorry. There's a question here.
I was asking
if
please. The liquid nitrogen is hazardous.
Yes, very good. So when we are doing engaging learners, I didn't say where I work. I work with the Biotechnology Research Institute at Kenya Agriculture and Livestock Research Organization, as well as with Fun and Education Global Network. And when we engage in various props that we do, we ensure we train you on safety. And that's why you see I'm having this, right? Yes, to protect my eyes. I'm having a lab coat. So the only safety gear on liquid nitrogen is because it's very cold, all right? Yes, and you see, when it's that cold, if you put in your hand, it can burn. Cold burn, right? Yes, so that's the only thing. But nitrogen gas is, highest percentage of air is nitrogen gas, right? Yes. I will go as per the mic. There's, yes. The pilot there, yes, yes.
I have heard of countries that do not experience rain. Example is UAE, to be specific, Dubai. But they do make rain and it rains there, although it's not natural, but they manage to do it. So how do they do it?
Okay, one, we can say science can help. Not that science solves everything, because the way nature is made, naturally we should get everything, right? The earth should be the most beautiful place to be across. But unfortunately, because of human activities, we get into the trouble that we have, right? We can also show you, like the way I've done here, then why not make as much as this? But look at the cost implication. If you are to buy liquid nitrogen and just keep, making the vapor because, or such, or going with an aeroplane and then releasing it and then it condenses everything and then comes back. So there are so many methods that we are able to come up with rain, but they are not sustainable. So that's why we are saying, let us encourage everything we do in a sustainable model to have as much rain as possible. Now, the other thing is water harvesting. Because I can come even here and do the way I might say that, and induce evaporation and induce rain formation and blow things in the skies that can attract water and rain falls. But the way I said, it's very expensive, right? If there's no need for me to use millions of dollars to bring rain. So the best approach is to look at what leads to all this, like planting trees, the way we say, for water catchment areas and such to get rain. Okay? Yeah. Last question, or semi-last, whichever.
So the composition of water is hydrogen and oxygen, and we have used the liquid nitrogen. When it reacts, can we say it's forming ammonia?
Okay, that's a very good question, because we are talking about nitrogen and water, right? So nitrogen cannot react with water. You cannot have a reaction. So the liquid nitrogen is just because of its temperature, but actually it just vaporizes to go back to nitrogen gas. So it's just a matter of the temperature. It's not reaction. So there's not A react plus B to get C, right? Yeah, it's A remains A, only that it vaporizes because it's a liquid. Liquid goes back to gas, but then the condition has formed the cloud that you saw, the mist and all that. Yeah, but that's a good observation. What's the time? Maybe we give 2 more, right? Oh. Okay. It's almost 2.
If the cooler you go if the higher you go is the cooler it's become, then why is it that in the troposphere we experience positive lapse rate, while in the mesosphere we experience negative lapse rate?
Now, when we say the higher you go, the cooler it becomes, things also change. You might now say the more higher you go, the hotter it becomes. So there is difference across the various atmospheres and all that.
Why?
So, because of even air, the higher you go, the type of gases change, right? Yeah, that's why you might go and find there's no oxygen, right? Yes. So those differences, the way we talk about concentration, if you have, at the atmosphere, you have this kind of mixture of air or concentration of air and all that. Then you go to another layer, you need oxygen. Then you go to the other. So change in the composition of the various spheres lead to the various changes in terms of temperature, in terms of composition of air and all that. Okay, I think, okay, the last one, kindly, if you won't mind. But you can see me. We can have a cup of tea together and then we can talk, right? For your question. Last one, please.
Oh, Saxing, what's DNA in full and how does it help us?
Oh, why run about DNA? What's DNA? Yeah, we try to avoid the term, but it's good to mention. So DNA stands for deoxyribonucleic acid. And there's another one, RNA, ribonucleic acid. So let's just say that, but it's a long word. What is the importance of DNA? Now, for you to be what you are, there is something that is, for you to play music on your computer, and you have music on a flash disk, you have to insert the flash disk, and then the message that is on the flash disk is, should I use the word transcribed? It's hey, Mwalimu, I think you have to, I'm not a teacher, that's what I'm saying, I might be using heavy words. So you have a message on your flash disk, the message is music. Or you have a Word document, you know a Word document, right? It's on a flash disk. When you put on your computer, you must have a software that can be able to read that Word document to show you the letter that you have, right? So DNA has information of what you become when you are developing as a baby, right? In the womb of the mother. So what is giving information for that baby to become a baby and whatever attributes or factors is contained in that DNA? So the message that is on the DNA, like a thread, reads and says, now let's have legs, let's have the head, let's have this, let's have this. And then now you become a baby. And that's why you can see some children are born maybe with the, defects and such because there was maybe an error on the DNA. So a child is born maybe with one eye or with no legs because that part of DNA that should be interpreted to produce legs was missing, right? And that's what you can do corrective, whereby you go to the DNA and you can correct that part so that that child is born with legs other than without legs, right? And that's all science, okay? Thank you so much. I highly appreciate, we have really appreciated your coming. We are so happy that you have learned something, and I just want to hear, at least from one school, from every school, what did you learn? Just that. If you didn't learn anything, please just say, no, I didn't learn anything. I'm even wondering why we are here. Or what made you feel, wow. Don't even explain the science. What made you feel happy? Even if it's food, just say, today I ate some greens, and it's been long since I ate greens. So, okay? Yes, represent your school very well. And you know teacher is just somewhere listening. Okay, keep going.
What I liked about this science...
You're saying food?
No.
Oh, okay, sorry. Okay, you keep going.
The science.
Which science?
Like the DNA.
Oh, the DNA, science of DNA.
The liquid nitrogen.
Okay.
And everything. It's just amazing.
Okay, thank you so much. Let's clap for that school. They didn't just waste their time. Another school, just next school, very quick. Next school.
Okay, thank you so much for the opportunity. I'm Valesa Diambo. What I've learned today is that Shadrach Kimalel Secondary School here at Nairobi. So what I've learned is that we are human because we are among human, but we should know that we are global leaders, hence having various and great opportunities to explore all around the world. Thank you.
Very good. Let's clap for her. Hey, exploring the world. And let's do that. Sure, let's do that. Exploring the world. Wacha tu kupanda basi na kuenda Kisumu alafu nasema nimezunguka ulimwengu. No. Let's explore the world, right?
Good evening.
Yes, good evening.
So we've learned a lot as Alliance. We learned the DNA. We thank you for the meal, first of all. It was sweet.
That's very nice. It's good to be real.
Yeah, so we learned how to make rain in a room, among others. So we are really grateful.
Thank you. Thank you for Alliance High. Okay, let's hear from State House boys. Oh, sorry, State House girls. Sorry. sorry. Come up.
Guy.
Oh, no, Guy, no. Don't worry. Dr. Fan.
So, okay. Thank you for hosting us here.
Which school, please?
State House Girls.
Oh, okay.
The prestigious State House Girls.
Oh, the recent one. Okay.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Thank you. So I'm so excited because I've learned that we can make DNA from locally available materials like soap, detergent, ethanol, water. Like, it was so exciting. Thank you. Thank you for the chance. Thank you for the opportunity. God bless you.
Thank you so much. Amen. Hallelujah. Any other school? Hakuna hiyo State House ingine? Oh, sawa. Any other school? There's a school there, please. A school that has not been represented? Yes.
Good evening.
Good evening.
What I've learned today, and it has really excited me, is that we get to learn to know each other and help in some chances that maybe you don't know, you have never learned in school, your teachers never taught you, you have been given that opportunity. And I would also like to thank the entire board that has helped to raise this fund for the Africa Climate Summit. I thank you.
Wow, thank you. Thank you so much. There's a school? Okay, that's school, please. We don't want to leave anyone at chance. Okay.
Thank you for giving me this chance. My name is Betty Atieno from Headmari JSS. Today, I've learned about DNA extraction and how it can help us. Thank you.
Very good. Let's clap for her. So I think without mother, so now we are here as Alliance for Science Alumni. I just want to recognize someone, but before I do that, I'm so humbled. These schools are great schools. I came from a Harambee school. I like giving my real stories, and don't tell someone, okay? Please, promise. So I came from a very Harambee school. You know Harambee school? Maybe only madam and teachers know what Harambee school mean, right? I came from a Harambee school. I was a day scholar. I passed so well. I was position 2. I got a C+. The whole school. We only had a B-, 1 C+. Then I remember very well, 11 C's, and then around 10 C-. And then we had so many D+, like almost 120, right? So do you think we passed really? No, it was a challenge, right? And so at that time, cut point for university was B-. Imagine I missed on 1 point to get a B-. Mpaka mtu amenifanyia akiwoye. So, whenever I go to schools, I always talk to those who get a grade that don't get them to university, right? Because those who get A's, they go quick, right? It's a quick pathway to university and all that. So I did not get that grade. Do you think I went to university? Sure. So I had to struggle and do a diploma at a polytechnic. And at that time, we were used to be told, go and find work or such. So I did a diploma. Did I continue? So I had to continue. By God's grace, I went to University, Kenya Methodist University, University of Nairobi. Did I continue? So I went to Stellenbosch University in South Africa, as well as Northwest University in South Africa. Did I continue? Yes, I went to Cornell University in the States. I went to Arizona State University in the US. Did I continue? I went to Imperial College in London. I've also been to Berlin School of Science Communication. Did I continue? I've been to Australia National University. So, what am I saying? It is possible. We can make the difference, right? And I'm still continuing, right? So, never give up. Even on climate change issues or whatever it is, or even your personal issues, just be determined in life and you'll make it. Are we together? I just wanted to say that as I welcome maybe just one word from closing remarks from our Alliance for Science Fellows Coordinator, because we were together at Cornell University, and that's how I managed to get, you can see all these designs is by Alliance for Science. The Climate Action Zone has been hosted and funded by Alliance for Science, which is based under Cornell University. And Zola, you are most welcome. And as Zola comes, we'll also have Alfred Namasa, just to say hi before Zola speaks, because he also joined from Uganda. He's from Uganda. So, Alfred, thank you.
Thank you very much, Ken, Dr. Fan. I call him Ken from Kenya. That's what we know him. In Uganda, we call him Ken from Kenya. I like Ken for one thing. He teaches a very difficult topic, but has simplified it into fun. I, for myself, I come from a village. I grew up in a village. I didn't have this setting of yours of town. But when I was young, around your age, in Uganda, we used to grow very nice maize. It was a variety called Kenyan hybrid. It was a maize variety called Kenya hybrid. We had also our local varieties from Uganda, and we could grow them, but they could not grow very well. So I used to wonder, what is in this Kenyan seed called Kenyan hybrid? So I didn't understand until I grew up. The other thing that I grew up seeing is that we were planting our local varieties of the maize, and each year as we grew the maize, the yield was slowing down. I mean, if you grew today and you got 10 bags, the next year when you grow on the same piece of land, you get 8. And the same piece of land, when you grow again, you get 6. Like that, like that. So I was wondering, what is happening? Little did I know that there are what we call soil nutrients. Whenever you plant a plant, it feeds on those nutrients. So if you grow now, you grow next year, you grow, eventually those nutrients get what? Finished in the land. So later on, people began inventing fertilizer. I know Kenya uses a lot of fertilizer. Okay? And whenever you would put fertilizer, you would see again the yield coming up again. So we could not understand. Why am I saying this? There are very many people, farmers in the village there, who actually know that seeds are determined in a laboratory, just like the experiment you're doing here of the DNA. People here, the farmers just know, if I want a maize seed, I go to the shop and buy and go and plant. Not so. But very few know that actually for you to get a certain variety of a crop, you begin from a laboratory, just like you're doing here DNA. You remember? Some of you are doing it as if it was fun, as if what? But that is where varieties are developed for the various plants and crops that we grow. So this is a very serious topic that you shouldn't really take it as fun, like Dr. Fan is doing. These are serious scientific innovations that Dr. Fan is trying to impact into the young people to grow up Because this is something that you're not going to change. Whether you live for more 200 years from today, you will still have crops here for people to plant. So it is something that is being impacted at you at a young age, and please take it seriously. I know I have a long story, I don't want to talk much, but I really want to appreciate that I'm here today in Nairobi, and I'm here at the same time I've met people I had taken some time without, especially our coordinator here, Zola, and Dr. Fan. I thank you very much for inviting me here, and I look forward to seeing you in Uganda. Who wants to be in Uganda one day? Maybe you want to come and meet some students in Uganda, you want to come and meet some other people in Uganda, make new friends, and when you come, you will be welcome. Thank you very much. Ken, let me take this opportunity to call our coordinator Zola to come and have her closing remarks. Thank you very much. In Kiswahili they say asante sana, si ndio? Asante sana.
Thank you. Hi everyone. Hi. You must be tired, right? You're not tired? Nice, nice. You have the energy. So my name is Zola Madaga. I work with the Alliance for Science. Alliance for Science, one of the programs we have is the SciFun program by Dr. Fan. Kenneth Monjero is one of our fellows. We have a program, a fellowship program where we all met. You heard him say he studied at Cornell. So we took the fellowship at Cornell University. The three of us were in the same year. So that's how we as fellows came together to support him today in this SciFun program. We are so proud of what you're doing, and don't take for granted what you're doing right now. You're going far, and continue in the same way that you're here. Don't just come because it was a trip out of school, but take this to where you're going. Yeah? Yeah? How many go to science contest and math contest? Nice, nice. Yeah, those are some of the things that encourage young people to take up science and to continue in giving us solutions. I saw some great paintings, and you described solutions to some of the challenges that we are facing. So the future is now, and you are the future, right? So don't be afraid to take up space. Don't be afraid to be bold. Don't be afraid to speak up. I really loved the little girl who was seated here. She was really speaking up. Don't be afraid. So you have the solutions to the challenges that we are facing, and we are here to encourage you and to tell you that it is possible, right? It's been great hanging out with you. It's been great seeing all that you can do. And I'd like to introduce the team that was at service to all of us. Just come in front so that the children can also see the people in the back end who made this day happen. Twila, please come and just say a word and encourage the children.
Hello and good evening. So my name is Dan. I work with Fun and Education Global Network, and I'm here to support Ken because he's also the president for that. I work there as the operation director. I'm a mentor at Young Scientist Kenya. I know Alliance, both Alliance, State House and such, you've done projects and such. And it's great having you here, and I hope you enjoyed. And we look forward to having more and more of this so that we impact on you and also we learn from you, okay? Thank you.
Hi, I'm a very shy person. That's why you see me walking around. Don't nisiongee sana. Anyway, my name is Twila Esese. I work at Calro with Ken. I'm his director. You should know that. A very young director. He's a very good team leader, a very good supporter. If you really want to be mentored and if you really want to learn a lot, come to him. I actually came at Calro and I didn't like chemistry. I didn't like biology. Actually, when my chemistry teacher came to class, mimi nje. We did not see eye to eye. But then when I came and learned about Science Center, it's made me appreciate science. It was more of fun than having the mentality that I cannot. So I learned a lot through the program. And yeah, I'm just encouraging you guys, if you get to hear of an opportunity out there, please apply. You never know where it will land you. Sawa. Don't be afraid. Kuni hamtaki kuapply. Sawa. Sindio? You never know where it will take you. It might take you outside of the country. You just don't know where it will land you, honestly. Because I'm speaking as a testimony of it. I have been out of the country through the program, I think twice now, and I'm still applying for others, and it has made me grow. With my small academic background, people see me out there and they think I'm a big person. I'm just a small person, small lady, just turned 29 this August. Very small. Yeah, anyway, just enjoy life in school. Don't forget to have fun, I will tell you that. Don't be so serious. Yes, be serious, but don't be too serious, because you'll come and say, oh manze, I wish ningefanya kitu. I wish. Don't regret. Do it. Risk it. If you have the idea, go to the teacher, risk it. Sawa. Aya, we can have tea, sasa. Oh, there's another young lady who has joined us recently.
Hello, hi guys. My name is Belinda Omino. I just recently joined Caldro, and through Caldro I got to meet Dr. Fan, and through Dr. Fan I got to know about SciFun, and so far it has been a privilege. I have got to learn that science can actually be fun, and I have gotten to also be innovative. So if you get an opportunity where you can challenge yourself intellectually, physically, go for it. The future is bright. You just have, it's all in your mind. If you tell yourself you can do it, you can do it. If you tell yourself you can't, you will not. But I believe in each and every one of us, we have that capacity. So it all starts in your mind. So thank you so much for your concentration and your time. I hope to see you in other events and forums. Thank you.
And my name is Ken. Okay, so now 2 minutes. 2 minutes, your tea is ready. In fact, they just told me what was here is already finished, so they're just preparing something. Oh, you don't need tea, right? I told them mostly State House girls don't do cakes and such kind of things. So, yes, welcome, lady.
Hi, guys. You guys sound so tired. So now we're going to ramp up your mind, kidogo. We're going to do a trivia, okay? If you answer, I might have something for you. So this is Alliance for Science, and Alliance is many, many things together, accomplishing one goal. And our goal today is, or maybe this week would be climate action, and not just any action, innovative action. So my name is Debbie, and I work with Stop Ecocide International, and what we're doing, if I may just put it simply, we're working with the ICC to have crimes against the environment included as a 5th crime against humanity. All right? So now we start. I won't give you more information so that you answer questions, all right? Are you ready? Are you ready? Question number 1. Who can tell me one crime against humanity? Anyone who knows? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, stand. The lady. Okay. Do you have a mic?
Yeah, microphone. Yeah, sure.
I'm not really sure, but I think genocide qualifies as one of them.
Yes, genocide is one of them. That's that was Please come. Please come. Which one would you? Amesema hiyo. Just stand
Abduction.
Almost there, almost there. Anyone else to take close to the countdown? No one wants to Google one. Just stand, 1, 2. Oh, yeah.
I think human trafficking qualifies as one of the crimes.
Okay. The lady?
I think child labor also qualifies as.
Okay, that can be close to that. Just one last person. I'll be taking 5 people. So finish the 5.
I think environment pollution.
Oh
also
my gosh,
qualifies.
yes, come. So, as of now, there are only 4 crimes against humanity by the Roman statute, which is just some things you can read about. So we have genocide, war crimes, crimes of aggression. I forget the third one, but now what I'm working with is we want to add one more so that become 5. The 5th one being mass damage against the environment, which is what you're calling ecocide. You know, genocide is something, you kill many people. So ecocide will be killing lots of ecosystems, okay? So this is the second trivia question. Are you ready? Who can name one ecocide act that they know? Mass damage against the environment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stand. Mass damage against the environment.
This is mostly done by ferries that are transporting goods from, say, one continent to another. So mostly oil spillage.
Oil spillage. Come to the front.
I think deforestation is also.
Deforestation is another one. Come to the front. There are 3 more slots. Yes. This side. 1, 2. That's it. If they get it wrong, you can go.
Air pollution.
Air pollution. Come to the front. Yourself.
Carbon emission to the atmosphere.
Yes, that would be called greenhouse gas emissions. The last one?
Deforestation.
Someone said deforestation, but just come. Okay, yeah, because someone got a different answer. Just stand. Can you shout your answer? Okay.
Nuclear effect.
Sorry?
Nuclear effect.
Nuclear wars that cause. Okay, that's true. Come. I've closed that question. Now we're moving to almost the last set of questions. So we're doing SDGs, but I know today we're focusing on climate action. But what SDG do you think will deal with the law? Okay? There are 17 SDGs, yes? But there's one that mostly leans towards the law, because I won't tell me SDG 13, that's climate action. I want a different SDG that deals with the law. Okay? I'm giving you 5 seconds to think. 5, 4, you are the front. 3, 2, 1. Hands up. Nobody knows. Who can name that SDG?
Gender inequality.
Not too much. Is it in the curriculum though? Maybe SDG. Yeah. Nobody knows. But you have SDG heroes here. Nobody knows which one. You've been walking at the corridors. You've not seen that SDG that has something to do with law. Just say what's on your mind. Sorry? Poverty, no. Those were 2 answers. I'm going to stop at 5, yeah? Oh.
Okay. Good health and well-being.
No, that's about health, not law. Yes, the young man. That's answer number 3. There was someone behind you. Okay.
Life on land and life in water.
that's to do with the environment, not law.
Okay, I guess human injustices.
Who knows an SDG called like that? No, I'll give an outlier to your teacher. Sorry? Peace, justice, and strong. Yes, peace, justice, and strong institution. Clap for your teacher. Surely, your teacher is beating the students. So that's SDG number 16. That deals with the law side of environment, or maybe just to bring it on to the environment side. So we're going to work with the ICC to have this. Right now, you know, as we've seen in Kenya with Nairobi River and Uhuru Park and how things have been done, when you throw your garbage anywhere, the worst that happens is that you're told, don't do that, or the government will just come and clean the roads, or if it's about dirtifying the rivers with chemicals and industrial waste, they will just give you a small fine, or they take your license for 3 months, and that's all. But with this law being passed with the ICC, it will now turn to be a criminal offense. You're going to be charged as if you have killed someone. If you actually destroy ecosystems, if you cut trees, if you cause oil spillages or release toxic air to the environment, you're going to be charged as if you have committed a criminal offense, okay? Who has a question? I'm going to take 5, maybe, or less. I'm going to take 2 because of time. I know you're hungry. So 2 questions. If you have any question, or if you think about it after, you can meet me outside and ask me about it, okay? So now to my smart people. These are Alliance and State House girls. I came with some few gifts. I bear good news as well. We have some. So the organization is called Top Ecocide International. And when you wear this, I think these people now will know what we're campaigning for, to stop ecocide, to stop destroying the environment. That's what the campaign is about. So I have little badges for you guys. Thank you so much. You should clap for them even if you didn't get. I might have a few more, so good job. Thank you. Your teacher will also get a few now that he's answering questions for you. Does your teacher answer exams for you? So yeah, that would be it from me. I have some few postcards as well if you want to take pictures. We could take them here or outside, but yeah, that would be it. Thank you for this session, and Dr. Fan as well.
Thank you. Let's clap for her. The law is very important, yeah, and please get your seats. Thank you. Thank you so much. And there's only one lady who has just taken action, and she's already put it here. That's wonderful, the badge. So without much ado, we want to close, but we just want a representation of 3 learners for the photo here. I think we can prepare this. The staff who have been running the session, and then a few learners, but the rest you are free to join for a cup of tea. Because we might actually have other photos later at your own pleasure, but let's just have 2 learners per school for a photo that we can put on the website, and we can also share on media, right? Yep. Come forward, come forward. Just keep coming forward. If you are 2 from that school, then we will have a photo right at the front here. So we can remove this. Let's put them aside. No, I want that table removed then. We have to remove this desk because we are quite a number. We'll have the photo here.
I should help remove it.
No, a photo. Sorry. Or someone has already come up from your school. Here, please. The photo is being taken from here, so. Pick what's just down. Just wait. It might fall. Are you okay? Are we okay? We can make this one half or half. Okay, only teachers step up, come up. Okay. With them, if you want to join us, if you are teachers. Thank you so much. Teachers can come. If you are a teacher and you are in here, feel free to join us. If you are a teacher, yes, and you recognize yourself as a teacher, and you have been recognized by the government as a teacher, I'm looking at one thing. Teachers, please. Yeah, please come on.
With all my fruits. Right. You ready? So let's do right.
Okay. You can go for tea. Or coffee. Very soon. The sooner you call on me, the sooner I come. Come on.